Hello everyone. So welcome to the session of spotting error, and this particular session is going to help you for all the competitive exams. So let's get started. But before we start, let me explain you a few things. Whenever you go through spotting error questions, first thing you need to remember, most of the time, almost 60 to 70% of the time, you'll find the questions associated with subject verb agreement. What does it mean? It means that, let's say, if the subject is singular, then you have to use singular verb. Okay. And if the subject is plural, then you need to use plural verb. This basic thing you need to understand. And after that, you'll easily be ready to solve all the questions. So let's get started with the first question. And what I'll be doing is I'll be explaining you not only the question, even the concept behind that. So let's get started. First, let's read the question here. A recent study has shown that the number of people opting for online banking are increasing steadily over the past few years. Very, very important thing. Let's say most of the time, what people they do, they go with Telugu or Hindi or any regional language, right? So, in case if you try to go with the translation, in such cases, you have to learn lot of grammatical concepts. But in case if you just go from English to English, I mean, if you choose English medium, so you should, even you don't have to hard work to that extent as the other students they do. So here, if you could read, a recent study has shown that, okay, what it has shown, the number of people opting for very, very important thing, the number of people. Only a few things you need to understand about grammar, as most of the people they say, if you are going through spotting error, you need to learn lot of grammatical concepts. No, I would say not at all. So number of people, the number, it means it will come under collective noun. Collective noun means, as we say, the jury or a herd, sorry, the herd of sheep, means something which comes under collective noun. It will be considered as a one single entity. It's nothing but singular. So the number of people opting for online banking are increasing. No, it has to be is increasing. Why? Because we are using the number of people, which is collective noun. Let me show you the explanation. Then again, we'll come to the question. See, the number of, it refers to a specific total or figure. It means it comes under singular noun. Therefore, it takes a singular verb. In case if it is written a number of, then it refers to many or several, and that's a plural noun. In that case, you need to take plural verb. Always do remember the number is going to be the singular, and over there the singular verb has to be used. A number, you need to consider it as a plural, and plural verb must be used. So as you can see, because the action started in the past and it continues in the present over the past few years, so using the past perfect continuous is also ideal. So here, very important thing, uh, in case if they could say has been increasing, that's absolutely correct. But as of now, it's given only related to subject verb agreement. So we need to construct ourselves only to this thing. So what's the error in this part? Error is in part C. That is, it has to be is, not are. In case further, if they ask, like in the bank PO exams or some difficult exams, they'll ask that, okay, what exactly it has to be. Instead of asking error, they'll ask, okay, this is the error. So what exactly the verb will match? So even you can say is, or it can be has been. Clear? Now let's go with the next question. As you can see, at the last meeting, which was held in August last year in Brussels, half of the members submitted their resignation on protest. Don't you think it used to be a bit awkward? Yes. Fine. So on protest, no, we always go with in protest. Like he participated in the protest, in protest. Always do remember. Protest always goes with preposition in. As you can see here, there used to be some fixed prepositions or prepositional idioms, as we say. The standard prepositional phrase used to show that an action is performed to express opposition or objection is in protest, not on protest. In protest against or against something. Fine. So here, on is wrong and what is right? It's always in. Fine. Now let's take, yeah, this is going to very, very easy. One thing you need to remember whenever you go through this. Okay, let's read the question. By the way, despite of his busy schedule, he managed to complete all his tasks well before the deadline, and there is no error as well. So let's see. Not only this will help you for competitive exam, even it will help you while speaking. So always do remember, never ever say despite of. Why? Because despite itself it carries preposition of. So despite is equals to in spite of. These two things are same. So whenever you come across this thing, immediately you need to rectify that. Yes, this is the error. And what is the error? Despite of. So it has to be despite his busy schedule, he managed to complete all his tasks well before the deadline. So hope you all understood. And here, as you can see, the explanation part as well. Next, each of the students, I'll explain very, very important concept related to this. Each of the students in the class are required to submit their chemistry assignments by the end of the week. No error, right? So let's see whether the error is in part A or part B or part C or part D. Each of the, let me explain you the concept first. See, things like each, every, either, neither, everyone, anyone, they come under distributive pronouns or determine, which refer to individual items at one time. Okay, so if I say each or every, it refers to individual, not plural. So distributive pronouns always they take singular verb, and always one more error here. As you can see, it's written their chemistry. In case if you're preparing for SSC bank such exams, over there instead of there it has to be his or her, but here as it's written there, so no worries. But you need to know even this thing as well, that each takes singular pronouns like his or her, though in the question it's given there. So we need to rectify only one error, that is the grammatical error. Okay, and it has to be is. But in case if they ask further, then even this will also be considered as error. Fine. So always do remember, with each, every, whenever you come across the words like each, every, either, neither, everyone, anyone, distribute, sorry, all these things, they will come under anyone. It will come under singular pronoun, and thus it will have singular verb. Thus, each of the students in the class is required to submit their chemistry assignments by the end of the week. Now, let's see the next question. Companies like Infosys are moving fast on automation and AI to ensure differentiation at a time where technology industry, yeah, this is completely different thing. I mean, different concept. It is not related to subject verb agreement. In the meanwhile, if you want to answer, you can answer in the comment section. If not, no worries. Let me explain you what actually it is. Companies like Infosys are moving fast on automation and AI to ensure differentiation at a time whenever you come across time. So as we say, when did he come? So he came at 5 6. So whenever the time concept comes, always we have to use when. It's not where. Let me explain you. The error, it involves incorrect relative pronoun, and that is related to time. So where actually we talk about like where is he going, from where is he coming. So we say that it is associated with place or location, like this is the building where I work. but when it refers to time or period, like there was a time when things were simple. So here simply what's the error? Error is when the technology. So whenever you come across time factor, always you have to remember that you have to use when. Hope it's clear. Now, next is she has visited more countries in a year than I have did something. Okay, error. So I have did no, I have done. Uh, like I'll even explain you the concept related to tense. In that, usually I explain that if you are going with the present perfect, this comes under present perfect. Okay. In case of present perfect, and yeah, one more very important thing, even almost 50% of the error questions are related to tenses. So in case if you have not watched the tenses video, uh, you can just comment in the comment section, or else I'll provide you the tense video as well. Or else what I'll do, I'll create a 1 hour video only related to, instead of relating it to spoken English, I'll just relate it to grammatical aspect. From there you can learn. So in case of present perfect, what's the syntax? The syntax is subject plus have or has plus v3. We need to go with this. So if my subject is I, we, you, or they, then we have to use have. If it is he, she, or name, then you have to use has. So as you can see here, she has visited. Okay, perfectly right. More countries in a year than I have here, as it's V2, but we need to use V3. So this is error. Also, in case if you omit this, that's okay. I have in my lifetime. So by default, we'll take it as it means I have done my lifetime. So what's the error here? V3. And which rule we are applying? Present perfect rule. As you can see, then I have done in my lifetime, or even you can say I have in my lifetime. Next. Scarcely had they entered the building when the fire alarm started ringing. So even this one, it follows syntax, but there is no error. Always we need to follow this thing. Always do remember scarcely or hardly. Whenever you use, you have to use auxiliary verb like had or did, then followed by subject. As you can see here, scarcely, had, then subject. Okay, then subject, then main verb. And what is the main verb here? Entered. Fine. So always do remember the pair. Scarcely, then you have to use when, or before. Hardly, you have to use when. But you should not use then, barely, followed by when. No sooner than. So these are the common traps you may come across. So please don't fall into this. See, scarcely, and here as you can see, when. Okay. So in case if you want, you can take the screenshot of this as it will help you in your upcoming exams. Fine. Because as all these questions I have taken from the previously asked questions, and it's a mix of IBPS PO, clerk, and SSC as well. Okay. Next, the teacher, along with her students, were waiting for class to begin with enthusiasm. Now, even here we follow same thing, that is singular subject, singular verb. But let me tell you the concept, then we'll come to the question. See, when two nouns or two pronouns, they are joined by specific connecting phrases. And what are those phrases? They are along with, together with, as well as, in addition to, besides, accompanied by, or governed by. So if you find two nouns and if they are connected with these things, always this thing, I mean, the verb must agree with the first subject. For example, here, the teacher along with her students. So there are two subjects, right? So, and even we have the keyword. So this verb, it must agree with the first subject. So here, first subject is teacher, and teacher is singular. With singular, what we have to use? Was. We should not use were. So, along with her students, was waiting for the class to begin with enthusiasm. So we'll just like last question, and then after we'll stop and we'll continue in our part two. So despite of her many years of experience, she still struggled with, easily you can say yes. Just now I told you, despite of, yes. So the error is despite of. office error. So you need to remove this and you have to say, despite her many years of experience, she still struggled with the new software. Okay. So in case if you get any queries, feel free to comment in the comment section and we'll meet in our next session with the part 2. So we'll continue from the same. Till then, keep learning and keep enjoying.